guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name's Lauren and I'm actually making a different style video than what I normally make here on my channel. Normally my videos are more fashion, beauty, lifestyle related, and today I'm doing a little bit different kind of video, mostly just because with everything going on in the world, being unemployed and just like the job workforce in general is kind of a big deal right now because people are losing their jobs. I had lost my job and I am just here to give you the advice that I wish I had heard or steps that I wish I had taken that I didn't and learn later on that it probably would have helped me out just like a little bit more if I had taken these steps. So I have 5 things that I want to share with you that I either wish I had done or something that I had done that just really helped me out to find a job. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Hit that subscribe button right here. It means so much to me and I would just love to have you join the family and all of the fun. First and foremost, I don't want to talk too much about myself or my story, but I do want to give you like a little bit of background into why I'm even here making this video. Also, I'm not a professional career path finder. You see those people on LinkedIn that just is the professionals, work in HR, just know all about it. I have no experience. Like, I was a fashion major. I've only worked retail, product development job. I know nothing professionally about HR. But I have been many times on the job hunt. I've had to redo my resume multiple times. I've had to make a cover letter multiple times. I've probably applied to 10,000 different jobs since graduating college, which was 3 years ago. And so I feel like I have a little bit of knowledge into what to do and what not to do. So take that with a grain of salt, just letting you know, not a professional. Don't come for me. All right, so with that, my story, I got a corporate job in April of 2019 after working retail. Was so pumped. It was with a watch company. Loved the company. I was working in product development and I honestly thought like I would be there for the next 20 to 30 years of my life and just growing and like getting bigger positions and just like moving on up. I was there for about 11 months and coronavirus hit and that changed really quick. I think like coronavirus kind of blew up in America and they got their 2019 numbers back, and like in that week is when they just like laid off a ton of people, and unfortunately I was one of them. Just kind of a like little backstory. So coronavirus hit and I lost my job basically in the same week. That's just a little backstory. Just want to leave it at that. Don't want to talk too much about myself because this isn't about me. This is about you and helping you with your job search. What I did wrong, and my number one piece of advice for you, is taking time, perfecting your resume, and don't just jump into applying for jobs the second you get home. So I lost my job. I came home, cried a little bit, was upset, and I immediately got on the computer, added my most recent job, and applied for like 50 jobs on LinkedIn that day. Don't do that. Mostly because I feel like I really didn't perfect my resume, and especially with everyone applying for jobs, it was just like so backed up. My resume easily got overlooked because I wasn't changing my resume for each job I was applying to. It was just one basic like, this is what I did, didn't go with the job description. I just like put it in there and it got overlooked. So I would say personally take maybe a week or two, really perfect your resume. If you have a friend or a family member who's really good at making resumes, send them your resume. Send them the job description, send them your resume and be like, how can I make these go perfectly together and get noticed? Yes, you need a job like right away. Like bills were due yesterday, you gotta get a job. But sometimes it's worth it in the long run to just take a breather, understand the situation, understand what you're looking for, and then start applying for jobs. I didn't do that. I pumped my resume out to 50 different job applications a day, and I didn't hear back from a single one for probably a month or two. All right, number 2, this you're gonna hear all the time, and I hate when people tell me this, or I hated when people tell me this because it's the honest truth. It's really all about who you know. And I hated that because I don't know like important people. My parents are entrepreneurs. They own their own company. I don't have connections. So that was really hard for me to like grasp and understand, because I didn't like have all these people I could call up, especially in the fashion industry. You know more people than you think you know. That's how I got my job that I have now, and I'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end. So I'll tell you what I do now at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. But that is something that obviously I had LinkedIn followers. I had people that I knew from college. I went to TCU, so I had connections there on LinkedIn, but everyone was kind of in the same boat for me. Like the people that I was in my college courses with, we were all kind of just still figuring out our careers. Really just, again, I used Instagram and looked back on people that I used to work with, people that I went to school with, and that is how I made that connection and found the job that I'm at now. Number 3, and I mentioned this a little bit in number 1, don't apply for just everything. So because my major was fashion merchandising, I've taken buying classes, I've taken graphic design classes. I thought, oh, because I've taken a class in that, like I can apply for all those types of jobs. Whereas people will look at my resume, they don't see the classes that I take, they see the jobs that I've had and are, okay, you have no experience in this, so... Or like, oh yeah, I have an Instagram page, I can do social media. Okay, everyone has an Instagram page, but not everyone knows how to read data for social media channels. So that's just the honest truth. I saw somewhere on LinkedIn and a girl posted and said, you should only be thoroughly applying to 5 jobs a week, which doesn't seem like a lot. In reality, it's not a lot, but those 5 jobs, you should be completely changing your resume, completely changing your cover letter, and going through each company that you apply for and going through people on LinkedIn that maybe you're connected with. They went to the same school as you, they used to work where you used to work. Make those connections and message them. I'm interested in this job, I haven't applied yet, like, do you have any tips for me? I didn't do that, and I have talked to other friends that did do that, and they got interviews like that, and I didn't. So I know it works, y'all. It's hard work, and it's exhausting, but that is how you get looked at over the people like me that just applied for 50 jobs a day and just like pumped my resume out with pretty much nothing in my resume that correlated to the job I was applying for. Take your time, make sure you're applying for jobs that you want to do and that correlate with your experience. Number 4 is LinkedIn Premium. I use my 1 month free, and then I also paid for an extra month after that. And I don't think it's necessarily worth it, because the job that I have now, I didn't even get from a LinkedIn job. I got it from a girl I knew. So I think that it can be worth it in the sense that you do get looked at first, and you can see a lot more about the job and how you do in the application process compared to everyone else who's applied. But if I'm being honest, like if you've never done it before, the LinkedIn Premium, all you really get to see is what kind of degree do other people have that applied, where the other people live, and then LinkedIn's rating of you compared to those other people. And yeah, it helps, but if you're not LinkedIn Premium, like don't think you're not gonna get a job. If you were like, I can't spend the $30 a month on LinkedIn, like I need that money, but I need a job, don't feel pressured to think you have to do it to get a job, because you don't. There's other ways you can get noticed and get seen, so just keep that in mind. My last and final tip for you guys, and it's something that I didn't do right away and it definitely hurt me a lot, is take time for yourself and your mental health. Something that's so important, your physical and your mental health. So take time for yourself. The big thing that I did was I made to-do lists. So I would write down from when I woke up, from when I went to bed, like on my days off, this is what I'm gonna do. So say my list was I woke up and I updated my resume a little bit. Then I would make coffee and go on a walk. Then I would apply for however many jobs. And then I would go work out. Take those little moments of, you don't have to apply for jobs and constantly be staring at your computer screen all day long, because for about a month, that's all I did. And it beat me down because I wasn't getting interviews, I wasn't getting callbacks, and it's exhausting. And there's so many times I doubted myself and told myself like I'm going nowhere in life. I mean, I still tell myself that, but it is exhausting applying for jobs. It is a full-time job applying for jobs, and you just got to remember that you're one in millions of people right now who are also finding jobs. So what kind of value do you bring? A big thing that I didn't do for the longest time is put on your resume like specific goals that you hit, things that you modified in your company that like changed the game. Like, what did you do that was successful? If you work retail and you're like, I didn't really do anything, well, okay, you probably did something and you did add value to your company in some way. What kind of knowledge did you learn about the products that you educated your customers on? Lululemon was big on product education, and so you can put on there that you made time to learn about the products so that you can educate customers and you hit this kind of number and these kind of sales and blah blah blah. Like, whatever it is, like, you definitely added value to the company you were at. You just need to take the time to figure out what that value was that you brought, because you definitely brought value. You is important. Alrighty, so now that we are at the end of the video, I just want to talk about the company that I work now. It's a cute online personalized shop that is on Etsy and an online website. I do the customer service and inventory, as well as help make the products on the production team, and it's just such a cute and fun environment. So I definitely recommend checking out the website below. I also have a coupon code if you're interested in purchasing anything. So coupon code and the link to the shop is below. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. It means so much to me. I know I don't make these kind of videos all the time, but if you're just interested in seeing more videos from me, I would love to have you subscribe to my channel, as well as like and comment on this video. So thank you guys. If you have any questions about anything I said, or just like want to make a comment about anything I said, like, please don't hesitate to leave it below. Thank you guys so much. Bye.